She tried to destroy him. He survived. Anyway, Commander Zara Vex stood on the bridge of her warship watching the small human vessel drift in space. The ship looked broken and helpless, just like she wanted. Human ships were always so fragile compared to her people's advanced technology. Her silver skin gleamed under the bridge lights and her forearms moved gracefully across the control panels. The Keth Empire had been hunting humans for months ever since they discovered these strange creatures could resist their mind control powers. No other species in the galaxy could do that. The human ship belonged to Captain Jake Miller, a man who had caused her nothing but trouble. His crew had destroyed 3 of her patrol ships and stolen important military data. Now his ship was damaged and floating dead in space. Perfect, she thought. Zara had spent weeks tracking him across star systems. She knew everything about Jake Miller. He was 32 years old from a planet called Earth. He had brown hair and green eyes that seemed to see right through her lies. The other humans followed him without question, which annoyed her greatly. She pressed a button and her voice echoed through Jake's ship. "I know you can hear me, Captain Miller. Your engines are dead and your weapons are offline. You cannot escape this time." Static crackled through the communication system. Then Jake's voice came through clear and calm. "Hello, Zara. Still trying to catch me? I see. How many ships have I destroyed now? Was it 3 or 4? I lose count." Her purple eyes flashed with anger. How dare he mock her? She was a commander of the Keth Empire. She had conquered dozens of worlds and destroyed entire fleets. Yet this one human kept slipping through her fingers like, "Water, your jokes will not save you this time," she said. "I am going to board your ship and take you prisoner. The Empire wants to study how humans resist our mental powers." "Good luck with that," Jake replied. "You tried that before. Remember what happened?" On Station 7, Zara remembered. She had cornered Jake and his team on a mining station. Her soldiers had surrounded them completely. There was no way for the humans to escape. Yet somehow, Jake had turned her own troops against each other. He convinced them she was planning to betray the Empire. It was impossible, but it happened anyway. "This time will be different," she said through gritted teeth. "I doubt it," Jake said with a laugh. Zara cut the communication and turned to her crew. The bridge was filled with tall, gray-skinned aliens with long fingers and glowing eyes. They were her most trusted soldiers. "Prepare the boarding pods," she ordered. "We take the ship in 10 minutes. Kill anyone who resists, but bring me the captain alive." "Yes, Commander." Her soldiers replied in unison as her team prepared for the attack. Zara thought about why she hated Jake Miller so much. It was not just because he had embarrassed her in front of the Empire. It was something deeper, something that made her feel strange. Inside, when she first met him 6 months ago, she had expected another weak species to conquer. Instead, she found someone who looked at her as an equal, someone who did not fear her power or bow to her authority. Jake treated her like just another person, not a terrifying alien commander that confused her. No one had ever done that before. The boarding pods launched from her ship and attached to Jake's vessel like metal parasites. Her soldiers cut through the hull with plasma torches and poured. Inside, Zara followed them, wearing her battle armor and carrying her energy rifle. The human ship was dark inside. Most of the lights had failed, and emergency power cast everything in red shadows. Her soldiers moved through the corridors, checking each room. They found no resistance at all. Too easy. She thought something was wrong. They reached the bridge and found it empty. The control panels were dark and covered in frost from the failing life support systems. Her soldiers spread out searching for hidden enemies but found nothing. "Where is everyone?" she wondered out loud. "Behind you," said a familiar voice. Zara spun around and saw Jake Miller standing in the doorway. He was not wearing a spacesuit, even though the ship's atmosphere was failing. His hands were empty and he was smiling, that annoying smile she remembered. How she began to ask, "Your soldiers are not coming back." Jake said simply, "I convinced them to take a walk outside. Without spacesuits, impossible," she said, raising her rifle. "You cannot control Keth minds. We are immune to mental manipulation." Jake shrugged. "Maybe you are, but I did not use mind control. I just talked to them, showed them what their empire really thinks of them. Your people treat soldiers like tools to be thrown away when they die in battle. Does the Empire care? Does it remember their names? Stop talking, she ordered. Jake kept walking toward her. Your soldiers realized they could choose a different path. They could stop following orders that would get them killed for nothing. They decided to leave. Zara fired her energy rifle at him. The blue beam should have turned Jake into ash instead. It passed right through him like he was made of light hologram. She whispered, "Very good." Jake's image flickered. "The real me is safely hidden elsewhere on the ship along with my crew. We have been watching you this whole time." Where she demanded. Jake's hologram smiled. "Does it matter? You came here to capture me. But I think we both know that is not the real reason." "What do you mean?" "You have been chasing me for months, Zara. You could have sent other commanders after my ship, but you always come yourself. Why is that?" Zara felt her face grow warm, which was strange because Keth did not usually blush. She tried to think of an answer that made sense but could not find one. "I want to defeat you personally," she said finally. Jake nodded. "Maybe. But I think there is more to it. You are curious about me. About humans in general. Your empire tells you we are just another species to conquer. But deep down you know that is not true. You know nothing about me." "I know you question your orders sometimes," Jake said. "I know you wonder if the Empire is always right. I know you think about what it would be like to choose your own path, instead of following someone else's commands." "Stop," she said, but her voice was quieter now. "The truth is, Zara, we are not so different. You and I both lead people who trust us. We both have to make hard choices. We both want to protect the ones we care about. The only difference is I chose my side. You were born into yours. That is not the same thing, is it not?" Jake asked. "When was the last time you did something because you wanted to, not because the Empire ordered you to do it?" Zara lowered her rifle. She could not remember the last time she had made a choice just for herself. Everything she did was for the Empire, for duty, for conquest. She had never questioned it before. "Why are you telling me this?" she asked. "Because I think you deserve better," Jake said. "You are smart and strong and capable of making your own decisions. You do not have to be the Empire's weapon forever." Before Zara could respond, alarms started blaring through both ships. Her communication officer's voice crackled through. Her armor radio commander. "We have a problem. A human battle fleet just dropped out of hyperspace. They are surrounding us." Jake's hologram smiled wider. "Told you." I had backup. Zara ran to the nearest window and looked outside. Dozens of human warships had appeared around her vessel. Their weapons were powered up and targeting her ship. She was completely outnumbered. "This was a trap," she said. "Yes and no," Jake replied. "I did not plan this meeting, but when you started chasing me, my people decided to chase you back. They have been tracking your ship for days, waiting for the right moment." Her communication system activated again. "Commander, the human fleet is demanding our surrender. They say they will destroy us if we do not power down our weapons." Zara looked at Jake's hologram. He was giving her a choice. She could fight and probably die, or she could surrender and live to see another day. Neither option was what she wanted. "There is a third choice," Jake said, as if reading her thoughts. "What? Join us. Help us stop this war before it destroys both our peoples. You know the Empire will never stop hunting humans, and humans will never stop fighting back. This conflict could go on for decades. You want me to betray my own species. I want you to save both our species," Jake said. "The war benefits no one except the politicians and generals who start it. The soldiers on both sides just die following orders. They never questioned." Zara thought about her crew, the soldiers who trusted her to keep them alive. How many would die if this war continued? How many already had died for a cause they did not understand? "My people will call me a traitor," she said. "Some will," Jake agreed. "But others will call you a hero. The ones who are tired of fighting, the ones who want to go home to their families, the ones who dream of peace." "What would I do?" she asked. "Help us communicate with moderate voices in your empire. There must be Keth who want this war to end." Show them that humans are not the monsters your leaders claim we are. Prove that we can work together instead of destroying each other. Zara closed her eyes and made her choice. She activated her ship's communication system. This is Commander Zara Vex to all ships. Stand down weapons and prepare. To surrender, Commander, her soldiers replied, sounding confused. That is an order, she said. We are going to try something different. Jake's hologram began to fade as the projector lost power. Thank you, he said. Do not thank me yet. Zara replied. This is just the beginning. The hard work starts now. You are right, Jake said. But at least now we started together. The hologram disappeared, leaving Zara alone on the dark bridge outside her window. Human and Keth ships faced each other in an uneasy peace. It would take time to build trust between their peoples, maybe years or decades, but it was possible. For the first time in her life, Commander Zara Vex had chosen her own path, and surprisingly it felt right.